Today we're going to talk about expectations versus agreements. And there is a big difference there, and a lot of people don't realize that. The other day a friend came to me and she was very upset because her boyfriend wasn't paying the expected amount of rent. They had moved in together, they had originally been doing one setup, and then his job had changed and he changed what he was contributing. And when I was talking to her, I realized that she had expectations and he had expectations, but they really hadn't agreed verbally on anything. So that was causing a lot of blame and conflict. I'm Cathy Vartuli from thrivingnow.com, and agreements and expectations can make, distinguishing them and understanding how you can use them in your life can make a big difference in any relationship you have. Most of us are brought up that you have expectations, and if you came from the same family and had some of the same experiences, you might have similar expectations. So if you go to your family and you bitch about your partner not doing blah, blah, XYZ, they may agree with you. They may be horrified and shocked that he's not following through and doing certain things because you were brought up with a certain set of cultural expectations that a boyfriend does XYZ and that's acceptable and that shows he loves you. But he came probably, hopefully, from a different family, and he will have different expectations, different cultural beliefs and patterns, and there's nothing wrong. It just means that he was brought up to do ABC instead of XYZ to show that he loved and supported his partner. And he thinks he's doing what will make him a good boyfriend and also take care of himself. And you may be doing what you think will make you a good partner and take care of yourself. And most people really just want to do a good job and feel safe and appreciated. They want to feel seen and heard. So agreements is something different. Agreement means you sit down with your partner and you say, I want XYZ. And under these circumstances, and you discuss and agree on what verbally or in writing, whatever makes you feel comfortable and safe. You agree on what the outcome will be. And sometimes people will screw up with that, but at least you have it out there. And you're not just expecting your Prince Charming to come riding up on a white horse when he only had a piebald or a black stallion. You know, it's like we have all this cultural stuff going on. So a lot of us are terrified of talking to our partners about this stuff. We really think that if they just loved us, they would understand. They would create what we needed. That means they really get us. They really understand us. When the truth is, half the time, we don't even understand ourselves, and we have conflicting things going on inside us. So taking a nice deep breath and being present with your partner is really powerful. And let's do some tapping so that we can be more present and we feel more comfortable saying what we'd really like to have. Again, take another nice deep breath. Karate chop. Even though I have a lot of expectations, and my partner has not been coming through, and neither has my friend. Maybe I haven't told them what I wanted. Even though they're just not doing it right. They should know better. What's their problem? Maybe I never told them what I needed or what I wanted. We never really agreed on what would come out of this. Even though I've been living with expectations for a long time. And if they just really loved me, they'd know what I wanted. The truth is, most people don't know what they want. Not even for themselves. And if we don't share, we don't get what we want. Top of the head. I have a lot of expectations. Eyebrow. That's very human. Side of the eye. And that's okay. Under the eye. But when we start sharing those expectations, under the nose, when we let others know what we'd like to have, chin, we get to have them. Collarbone, at least a lot more of the time. Under the arm, maybe it's time I switched from expectations, top of the head, to agreements, and let people know what I wanted. Take a nice deep breath, and notice what's coming up for you. Some of it maybe you're afraid of being disappointed. What if they say no? What if they agree to it and don't do it? And you might want to tap, we have a couple other recordings on disappointment, handling disappointment. But you might also be just afraid of saying what you want. Maybe you've been shamed for saying what you wanted in the past. Maybe you've been told that you want too much, you're too needy, whatever. The truth is we get to want and need what we want and need. There's nothing wrong with that. But when we expect one other person to be the sole source for that, it's a lot of pressure, and both of us are going to probably end up frustrated, blaming, and disappointed. So it's really great when you have a circle of support, friends, family, loved ones, that can help you get your needs met. It doesn't have to just be from one person. And that kind of goes against the cultural phenomenon we have of Cinderella, Snow White, and the Prince Charming that leads her off to be happily ever after. Most people can't do that. No one person can really be everything we need. We need interaction with a lot of different people. And we can definitely have one person that's very, very dear to our heart. But getting our needs met in other ways too. It's, if you adore steak, eating steak every day may be your thing. But if you don't eat some broccoli now and then, or a potato, or maybe chocolate, you're going to be kind of grumpy. So get some of those needs met from other friends, and it will take some of the pressure off your relationship. And realize that when you start role modeling, sharing agreements, and making agreements, that your partner gets to ask for what they want too. And that starts making things fun, because you're not guessing what they need. You're not guessing what their expectations are. And you start doing a better job as a partner. And everybody starts being happier with a lot less effort and work. So let's just do a little bit more tapping on that and send you off on your way. Karate chop. Even though I've been relying on expectations and blame a lot, it hasn't worked really well. And maybe it's time I started speaking up. Even though I haven't role modeled this for my partner either, it might be nice to do. And we might have more fun if we were speaking up for ourselves. Top of the head. I like the idea of being able to ask for what I want. I even like more the idea of getting what I want sometimes. Side of the eye, they do get to say no. Under the eye, I get to say no. Under the nose, and sometimes we both get to say yes. Chin, maybe I can let go of some of my expectations. Collarbone, and start sharing my wants and needs. Under the arm, that might be more fun. Top of the head, it's sure to be more productive. Take a nice deep breath. And we'd love to know what you think about this. Leave comments and messages below. Any questions, thoughts, something else that's coming up for you, so that we know what interests you and what else we can do some tapping on. Thanks very much, and have a great day.